Hello everyone and welcome back. And today we're going to talk about the vaccine. There's been a lot of talk about the vaccine, the side effects, the variant, is it going to work against those mutations, and on and on and on. And so I just want to talk about some of the recurrent questions and comments that I'm hearing in the office and give a little bit better understanding to the community. Okay, so first of all, we've talked about herd immunity, and that's when 70 to 80% of the population is immune. And there's two ways that a person can become immune. One is by actually getting the infection from the virus, and your body produces antibodies, and so then you're immune. You're protected. The second way is to get the vaccine. You get the vaccine, your body produces antibodies, and you're protected against the infection of the virus. We already know that herd immunity is 70 to 80% of the people have to have immunity. I'm going to be conservative and say that there is probably 20% of the population has gotten infected with the virus. Now, to date, only 7.2% of the population have received the first dose of the vaccine, and about 1.6% of the people have received both dosages of the vaccine. So add those numbers together, that's about, let's say 10%. It's not really 10%, I'm just being conservative. Put that 10% with the 20% that have been infected, and we're only at 30% immunity, 30% of the population. We gotta get to 80 before we can take the mask and start, thinking about not having the social distancing, etc. So what we need to do is to get the vaccine, because if you don't get the vaccine, two things happen. One, if you have not been infected by COVID, you're making yourself susceptible to infection. If you get the infection, you're looking at possibly 2 weeks of being really sick, maybe ending up in the hospital, maybe end up dying. That's if you get the infection, if you're going for immunity that route. If you get the vaccine, most people will tell you, despite what you've heard in the media and all the things on Facebook and things, most people have gotten the vaccine. I got the first dose, sore arm, no other symptoms. Few more symptoms with the second dose, and then after that you're 95% protected against the vaccine, against the virus. The longer we wait to get the vaccine, the more opportunity this virus has to mutate, to change into a different variant, to change into a different strain. And change. That's the virus is smart. They're changing. What's gonna if enough people don't get vaccinated in the United States, we're going to end up in a situation where we're going to get a really unusual variant that the vaccine is going to have a difficult time managing. And it may mean going back to the drawing board and making another messenger RNA and that to match the new complicated virus. So let's get on board. Let's get the vaccine. Let's get people immune. Let's get to herd immunity so we can get back to our new norm. The second thing is, and I mentioned this a little bit ago, is a lot of people are saying, well, if I get the vaccine, it's going to not work against the new strain, and what's going to happen? Well, there hasn't been a variant or a change, a significant change that our immune system hasn't been able to recognize. It's been able to, even the one from the UK, the variant from UK, it's able to recognize that as the COVID-19. The one from South Africa, they're now, as we're speaking, they're putting that variant in blood from antibodies that we've had from the vaccine, and it is neutralizing the South African variant. Now, not as hard as it would the one that it was made for, but it is recognizing it, and it's able to push back. At the same time, Pfizer and Moderna are taking the messenger RNA. Remember how we showed where the messenger RNA, the changes that are made, and then our body, we can take that messenger, we can clip that part out, and then make amino acids to match a variant spike protein, and put that right in the messenger RNA. This is what the messenger RNA. It's a high-tech way of making a vaccine, because you just clip a part out, you look at the amino acid from the new variant and put it right into the messenger RNA, and it goes in our body and it makes antibodies for that variant. People are thinking that I got the vaccine, I got the first dose, and in a couple weeks people will have received the second dosage. And I already hear people saying who've only received the first dose, I can take my mask off now. No, you can't take your mask off until we get to 70% herd immunity. Because let's say that you had your second dose, you're 95% protected, so the virus can't do anything to you. It can't, even if it gets in your body, it can't tear your lung cells up, your liver, your kidney, your brain, your smell. It can't do anything to you because you're immune. You got the antibodies. However, the virus, if somebody that's positive sneezes on you, the virus can go inside your body. It can go inside. You can wipe your hand on something, or they sneeze on you and the droplets, respiratory droplets, go inside of you. You have a situation then where you're protected, okay, you're protected, but the virus is still now inside you. You come into contact with someone who hasn't had COVID-19, and you sneeze on them or cough, or you're in a loud conversation, and that virus comes out of, and you're protected. The virus comes out and goes to that person who's not been vaccinated, not been infected, and all of a sudden they're infected. Even though you're protected, still got to wear the mask, still got to do social distancing, still have to make sure ventilation is good, still have to wash your hands, because you could infect another person, because the virus can come in, even though you're protected. Again, for the third time, it can come in. Nothing's going to happen to you, but you can spread it. Does the vaccine protect you from the virus even coming in your body? For some reason, logic doesn't tell me that happens. But again, these things are changing every day. You're getting new news every day. Pfizer and Moderna is trying to figure that out. That whole thing that I just explained to you. But for now, if once you get your second dose, a week after you get your second dose, you're 95. If you haven't taken the vaccine, you're going to take the vaccine. There's a few things that you can do to kind of offset the side effects. Try to drink 2 to 3 liters of water the day that you get the vaccine. That's really going to help your physiology move a lot. Try to get 7 hours of sleep the night before you get the vaccine. The third thing I would do is I would really try, if you can, schedule it where you have 1 to 2 days where you're not going to be really, really busy, in case you get a fever or a real fatigue, or you won't have to call off of work or whatever. But again, a lot of people just had sore arm, and they were able to go back to work or do their normal routine. Well, this may have been a little long, but I wanted to get this information out to you. If you like this video, give a like, push the like button. If you would like to become a part of the community, subscribe, and be a part of the community. We try to put something out there every week for the community. My aim is not the non-medical people that really aren't in the medical knowledge field, simple things to help them understand where we are and how important it is to get that vaccine. See you next week.